This Karen destroys a wedding by purposely mowing grass during the whole wedding vows. Like, how crazy is that? So, I've never mown love like this. Moment wedding crasher Karen ruins neighbor's big day by mowing her lawn and drowning out couples' vows. So, a viral video documents the moment a neighbor decided to ruin a wedding by mowing her lawn as the bride walked down the aisle. The video, posted to TikTok by user Vampiric on June 11th, shows a beautiful bride walking down a grass aisle with her father as a buzzing sound could be heard. It then cuts to the bride and groom holding hands under a canopy overlooking the water in New Brunswick, Canada. And apparently, there's a lot of Karens, a lot of neighbor Karens in Canada that purposely try to ruin people's happiness, apparently. So, as the preacher says, your loving and faithful husband in plenty, the buzzing noise could once again be heard. Vampiric then panned the video across the street where a woman in a dark hat, light shirt, and dark pants was noisily mowing her lawn with an apparent weed whacker, although there appears to be a lawnmower behind her. The woman even looked up at the videographer at one point before the video ended. Vampiric wrote in the video, the second the bride's song came on and she walked down the aisle, this Karen decided to purposely mow her lawn and yell at us to ruin the wedding. She continued through the entire wedding, and we could not hear the vows, etc. Vampiric also wrote in the caption, yes, we went up to her. No, she was not kind. Some people are just rude like that. It's truly unfortunate. And this video has since gone viral with more than 328,200 views and over 1,500 comments, many of which called for retribution. One TikToker with the username CaliMac00, for example, said they would have cranked up the music later that evening. She probably just hates herself and her life, the TikToker wrote, to which another apparently called the woman Miss Haversham, a character from Charles Dickens' Great Expectations who was left at the altar and now insists on wearing her wedding dress for the rest of her life. Like, this is sad, right? Like, for people to, like, well, for a lady to, like, purposely, like, do this, to, like, purposely ruin a wedding that people spend time, energy, probably tears, a lot of money, because a lot of weddings cost a lot of money. It's like, it's just sad. It's just really sad. So let's check out this video. Let's see. Oh, no audio. Blah, blah, blah. So the second the bride's song came on, she walked on. She continued through the entire wedding. We could not hear the vows, etc. Wow, that is super. Like, that is like really like right across the street. Like, that is just wrong. Like, that is just so wrong. So Mama's Watching said they would be committed to randomly ringing her doorbell at 3 a.m. at least once a week for eternity, while Tracy commented, I would literally exact revenge at a later date when she least expects it. Brandon Fenton added that revenge would be worth the minimum jail time and assault charge, and a user named Paul Ryan wrote, everyone should have crossed the road and stood still staring at her, and then gave her a round of applause. Vampire replied to that comment writing, some of us actually did, LOL. But others seemed sympathetic to the woman, with one person saying she would have offered the woman some flowers, said her heart must really be hurting, and I hope she has a better day, even offer a hug. And a user with the username AC said that's something you have to accept when you don't pay for a venue, though. It's her property. She didn't agree to a wedding. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, technically speaking, if you own a house across the street from a person and that person decides to be noisy, I guess, with a wedding, technically speaking, there's nothing wrong with you doing whatever you want on your property at the same time that the wedding is going on. But the majority of people would be like, hey, out of respect for the special event that is happening hopefully once in their lives, I'm not going to disturb their day, even if I might need to really cut the grass. Like, it's just sad to see, right? By the way, also, for people who don't know, in Canada, you could get arrested or ticketed for a noise complaint in a pretty heavy-handed way. Like, cops will go to your place in Canada if a neighbor were to be like, hey, they're kind of too loud during the day, during like daytime hours, right? You know, stop them. And what's funny is that the people at the wedding, because this is in Canada, people at the wedding could have actually called the cops on that lady for basically making a noise disturbance. Either way, if you want to learn how to get a debt and master your money, go to 40inbucks.com. Stay tuned for more news commentary.